Hey everybody, welcome back to Good Day Savannah. It is 7:45 on your Wednesday morning, and this morning we've got truly a special treat, especially for anybody with an interest in medical news.
That's right, ABC's senior medical contributor and co-host of The Doctors right here on Fox 28 weekdays at 2 p.m. Dr. Jen Ashton is in this morning for the Telfair Women's Hospital SmartWomen Luncheon and Expo, and she's joining us live here at the anchor desk, as you can see. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm so glad to be in Savannah.
We love having you in Savannah, I tell you what. So
thank you.
A lot of topics that are really appropriate to have Dr. Jen in this morning.
Definitely. We definitely want to pick your brain on a few kind of hot topics
let's
right now.
get to it.
First one, we all love the royal family. Kate Middleton, of course, expecting her second baby.
Yeah.
And we want to talk a little bit about her condition, hyperemesis gravidarum. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, you are. You can call it HG for short. And the way it's described in the media is as severe morning sickness. I really would encourage people to reframe their whole thinking of this condition. This is like morning sickness, like a tornado is a little bit of wind. This is way off the spectrum in terms of severity, causing intractable vomiting that then leads to electrolyte problems, dehydration, potentially malnutrition, and potentially liver and kidney failure. So this is a very, very serious obstetric situation. Usually can be managed with medications, but this is not a little queasiness that ginger ale can fix.
Now, if you've had it once, though, with one pregnancy, are you more likely to have it in the second? Because, I mean, she's dealt with it twice.
Yep, you absolutely are. And in obstetrics, just like in other areas of medicine, we tend to see things happening earlier and a little bit more severe the second time. So these are something that her medical team is going to be watching her very closely for.
Sweet girl, we feel for her.
Yes. Morning sickness, I had very, very minor case of, but nothing like that.
Me too.
Anything is scary enough.
Right.
But there is another issue that is just literally making headlines everywhere, talking about the Ebola virus. Now, the president was in Atlanta at the CDC yesterday talking about it. He says it's a big deal, but we shouldn't be that scared here at home.
Well, I think that we need to remember that anything that's going on medically and from a public health standpoint anywhere in the world has the potential to impact us here at home, number one. And number two, we have a medical and humanitarian responsibility to assist people in what is really an unprecedented medical and health crisis. So yes, he's sending about 3,000 personnel to help curtail this issue in West Africa, but we need to understand that with global travel, there is the possibility that someone could have a case and bring it to the United States. So it's really an all hands on deck approach that really has implications medically, economically, and even in terms of our security nationally.
Terrifying. I mean, what do we need to know?
Well, I think what's important to realize is that while it's a very deadly and virulent virus, it's not that easy to get because you have to have direct contact with someone who's infected and have contact to their bodily fluids. There is a 3-week incubation period, which medically is one of the most frightening aspects of Ebola because someone could come back to the United States from West Africa and have no symptoms for a 3-week period of time until they become infectious and come down with signs and symptoms. So I think that people need to understand that while very deadly in West Africa, here in this country we are much better equipped to deal with something like this.
Thankfully.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Dr. Ashton, seriously, Dr. Jen, I prefer.
Yes, go ahead.
So thankful to have you here this morning. I mean,
it's great
it's super
to be
duper
here.
fun. Here's the deal, though. For everybody out there who wants to see you later on today, there is still a chance. Again, we are talking about the Telfair Women's Hospital, the SmartWomen Expo. It is all day today, or I guess starting at 10 o'clock this morning at the Savannah Trade and Convention Center. But if you want to hear Dr. Jen, that's at 12:30. She will address the audience. It'll be a super fun time out there. It is not too late to get your tickets, and of course you get lunch too. I mean, boom.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Absolutely.
Love it. All right, everybody. It is 49 minutes after 7. Stay with us. We got another look at your weather right after the break.